What's up everybody, my name's Zakeo and welcome to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the Genshin Impact 1.1 patch notes. Now please note these are just leaks, so I don't necessarily know if everything I'm looking at in this article is true or is going to be given to us when this patch actually does happen. But for now, we're just going to be talking about what I'm looking at, such as these 4 characters, 2 of them 5 stars and 2 of them are 4 stars, and whatever else comes up after that. And without further ado, let's get on with the video. Also, just a quick heads up, if you do want to look at this article for yourself, I will be leaving a link to it in the description below. And without further ado, let's start talking about the 4 characters that will potentially be coming to the 1.1 update. So the first character we are going to talk about on this list is a 5-star character and is the first out of 2, and he goes by the name of Zhongli. So Zhongli is a geo-based character and he uses a lance, so I expect that his attacks will be very quick, able to dish out a good amount of DPS in a quick succession. We don't know his role type, but hopefully by talking about the skills we can kind of get an idea of it. But his elemental burst is that he summons a geo pillar that can resonate with other geo pillars, whatever that means. Hopefully we get more information on that as well. But his ultimate attack is an AoE geo attack that petrifies enemies, and any of those enemies that are petrified, they take additional damage. In his first constellation tier, when you start getting copies of him, is that he creates 2 geo pillars instead of 1 on your elemental burst. His second tier is that he gives a shield to allies near a geo pillar. We don't know what his third tier is, but his 4th tier for his constellation is that his ultimate attack increases his radius of effect by 20% and petrifies increases by an additional 2 seconds. So my first impressions on Zhongli based off of his skills and what we've talked about so far is that he will be more of a support based character that has a good amount of health and can protect his teammates with only decent amount of DPS. Now I personally feel that when and if Zhongli does get released in the 1.1 update, that he will be very good to have on your team because he sounds like a solid support character, especially if you have high DPS on your team. So the second potential 5-star character that could be coming to Genshin Impact in the 1.1 update goes by the name of Chilled. Now there isn't too much information on this article about him, but I will read off what is air quote known about him so far. So his attribute is Hydro, the weapon he uses is a bow, we don't know what his role type is, and the only thing that comes up when it comes to his skill is called stance change. This allows him to change from range to close range, and his ultimate attack changes depending on his fighting style. And we don't know anything about his constellations, but the stance change thing about Shield seems pretty interesting. That's all I can really say about him because there's not too much, but hopefully we'll get more in the near future. So as I'm recording the audio for this video, I am doing more research on the Genshin Impact 1.1 update, and I happen to come across a Twitter page that goes by the name of Zenit, who also posts Genshin Impact info and updates on the game, so I will be leaving the link in the description to that. And the most recent post does talk about Zhongli and Chilled does have a bow, he does have stance change, and he can change it so that he can do long range and close range, and his ultimate does base off of the current stance. Also, before we go to the next character, there also is Zhongli gameplay on Zenit's Twitter, so definitely go check him out. So the next character we are going to be talking about is a 4-star character that goes by the name of Jin Young. Now please note there isn't too much information on this article about this character or that much information on her in general, so I'm just going to say the little bit of information that I have right in front of me. So her attribute is Pyro, her weapon is a sword, she is a DPS type character, her skill is Force Field Shield, and there is no known information on the constellations that she has. Now I wish I could give my personal opinion on this character, but like I said, there's not too much information out there, so hopefully we can get some more in the near future. Now the next and final character we will be talking about on this list is a 4-star character that goes by the name of Diona. Now there isn't too much information on this character on the article, and Zenit even said himself on the Twitter page in an earlier post that there isn't too much information coming from the leakers on this character, so I will read off the little bit of information that we have so far. So her attribute is Cryo, the weapon that she uses is a bow, she's a healing type character, her skill is AoE care, and there isn't any information on her constellations just yet. Now I'm guessing from her skill called AoE care, it is a healing ability that can heal all teammates around you or your entire team. So judging from the research and information that I've gathered on these 4 characters, I do believe and am super excited for these characters to come to the world of Genshin Impact in the 1.1 update, and I'm super eager to finally hear some new information about the 3 other characters so I can give my personal opinion and how they work with teams and their playstyles. Now I know that the only character that we really have a good amount of information on is Zhongli, but I can just say this, I am super excited to see him come into the world of Genshin Impact, and I'm also super excited to try to get him and maybe get to play with him a little bit and see how he works with my team comp. I'm also super excited to see how Chilled plays with his whole change stance skill in his arsenal, because I feel like it will make him a very diverse character since he will be able to do both long and short range attacks. Now let's move on to some different type of information. Now I think that some of this is fake, but I do also think and believe that some of it will be real and possibly come to the 1.1 Genshin Impact update. So what I'm looking at right now is a Forbes article, which by the way I will also put this article in the description below because it also does touch on a topic regarding gacha games in general, but we can talk about that in another video if you guys would like. But this article is just talking about the things that could potentially come to the Genshin Impact 1.1 update. So the first thing I take note of when reading this Forbes article is it talks about a new map zone that could possibly be added in the update called Inazuma. Now personally I would love a new map zone because yes, the world is big, however we can't keep playing in the same world over and over and over again because the game will lose substance and it'll lose enjoyment. So it never hurts to add a new map zone every once in a while with new elite bosses, new enemies, a bunch of new quests, and possibly a new storyline. So I think Inazuma would definitely be a good update to the game. The next thing that catches my eye when looking at this article is it talks about new 8-player challenges. Now the only thing I can really think about when it mentions new 8-player challenges is the possibility of adding raids to the game, and honestly with how this game is and how team comps can work, I think that raids would be really good addition for this game. So I feel like it could come, and maybe it won't, but if it does, it'll probably be later on in the future. Something minor that could come along with this 1.1 update is being able to get original resin from Catherine twice a day. Now this would be good because I know people burn through their resin like crazy and don't want to spend primo gems when they run out of fragile resin. Also, something got mentioned on here about the gacha rates not being displayed. However, I know that's not going to happen because it actually is illegal to not display gacha rates in these types of games. But anywho, that does it for today's Genshin Impact video regarding the 1.1 update. Now before I go, I do want to ask you guys for some help regarding my videos, what I could do to improve the quality, what I could do to just maybe improve my content in general. I am definitely going to be keeping up with the whole Genshin Impact stuff because I do enjoy playing this game and I do enjoy making content on it, so I will definitely try my best to keep you guys up to date on the patch notes and whatnot, and just try to make some other types of videos with this game. Also, my schedule is kind of wonky right now, so I will try my best to upload consistently. But as always guys, I really do appreciate you tuning into this video today, and as always, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.